Now, I know you shitlibs aren't going to read this, because if you could read, you probably wouldn't be shitlibs, but...
Dear sir, you are the one that sounds completely idiotic. J.D. Vance does not have any power, and it's quite evident that Trump has not given him any power within the scope of his vice presidency. This is evident on the amount of vacationing he is doing and the amount of time he is spending at his domicile in Cincinnati, Ohio. He was just there this past weekend. And while you all keep trying to push this narrative that Kamala Harris is a war criminal when she had zero power to commit any war crimes, you keep talking about AIPAC money. AIPAC is riddled with acts of espionage and more. But you would be hard-pressed to find anyone who isn't taking any amount of funding or backing from AIPAC, because unfortunately, due to ignorance and continuous turning of a blind eye, seemingly the only way to get elected in these here United States is through the assistance of AIPAC. Because anything else is deemed anti-Semitic, and because the United States has a stronghold on not viewing itself as anti-Semitic, it gets a pass. But then you go on to discuss this, claiming that Kamala Harris was no different than Joe Biden and held the same powers. And you talked about people reading. You were able to read the words, but clearly you were not able to comprehend them. So let's go through them, shall we? Now, Big Surge said, honestly hilarious that Kamala's campaign is running on "we need change" while Biden is saying, actually, she's been in charge of everything. That's not what his statement says. Biden, as vice president, there wasn't a single thing that I did that she couldn't do, meaning she was capable of doing it. Her resume, her experience, her intellect allowed her to fulfill the positions, which is what one would want in the spare, because that's essentially what a VP is. Just in case the president is incapacitated in any way, the VP can step in and we can smoothly continue on with the business at hand. And he also went on to say, and so I was able to delegate her responsibility on everything from foreign policy to domestic policy. Just like your managers and supervisors, wherever you work, can delegate power to you. It does not mean that you have equal power to them, but they can give you tasks to do in a multitude of categories, and that is what Joe Biden did. But you got up here so proud, so loud, so wrong, yet so confident. I wonder why. To continue to denigrate a woman who is now a private citizen. She holds zero political office. She can change nothing politically. But you are avoiding the idiot sitting behind the Resolute desk. You are ignoring the idiots that are his supporting cast. You are ignoring the tyrannical advisors that have their hand up his back, puppeteering him to and fro. For what? So that history can denote you as one of the village idiots that slow walked us into the slaughterhouse? Kudos to you. I hope you're proud. I'm pretty sure any descendants in your genetic line will not be proud to carry your name. But that is a you problem.